Right, here we go, guys. It goes back with the second season of Glory Hunter now. 1st of July 2024. We sold a few players. Cherubini out on a free. Kumbulla's gone there for. He's a decent player. He's gone for 4 million. Brought a few in. Abraham, I think this is one of my director of football or something like that. Just brought in a youngster. But then we made some big signings. I think we've improved the team quite a lot. But in this guy, Alessandro, whatever his last name is from Inter, that fella, we got in Strand Larsen, who I think looks a really good striker. 6'4", 11.75 million. Federico Gatti's come in from Juventus, I believe, for 7.25 million. Darmian's come in from Inter, ex-Man United player. I think he just looks decent squad player. And then we've got Skamaka in for 30 million. He is the one we're going to rely on to replace Lukaku from the last episode. If you haven't seen that, go back and check that out. We started the first season quite well. This is the system we're using. We took a bit of a deep dive into it in the first episode, but as you can see, we're going to start with Abraham, Skamaka, Belotti, Cristante, Pellegrino, Zalewski, Karsdorp, Dicker, Smalling, Mancini, and Patricio. Good strong bench now. I think we've got a good team. We've got this Eduardo above. I want to give some game time to. He's 22-year-old, but looks like he's got a bit more potential to come, hopefully. And we've got, I think, a strong team here. We were predicted 6th, I think. We're now predicted 5th, or joint 5th, 12-1 to win the league. We're in the Champions League. Whether we win the league or not, I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping for the Italian Cup this year, but we'll see. I mean, it's not easy. Both the Milan teams are really strong in this. There's no jobs going really, so there's no opportunity to jump to a bigger job and win a easier trophy, I suppose. Couple insecure jobs. I mean, Eintracht Frankfurt are decent in the Bundesliga, but Juventus decent. But I think we've got as good a team as Juventus. Maybe people can argue either way, but I do think we've got as good a team, so we might as well just stick with Roma and see how the season goes. Hopefully it goes well. What I'll do is I'll go and play the season now, and I'll get back to you and let you know how it's gone. Right, so we've played the season. I know that's quite quick. I will take you back through some of the stuff we've done. We ended up switching the tactic. I did want to try a different tactic, so I ended up with a pressing forward, deep line forward support, complete forward on support, Zala on support, centre mid on support, deep line player on defend, inverted full back on defend, which I haven't used before, wing back on attack, 2 centre backs, and a sweeper keeper on defend. We were positive, play out defence, work ball the box higher, tempo and wide. We will roll it out, distribute quickly, counter press, and out of possession we've got a higher line of engagement, much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent the goalie distribution. This seemed to work quite well. You know, it's handy having that Mazzala for that wider width on the left. But yeah, it went well. I'll show you in a second how the competitions went. As you can see, a few youngsters came in. Again, I think that's my director of football or technical director or whatever, just bringing some youngsters in. Decided to sell a few people in January, like Solbakken and Vina, so they weren't really getting much game time. Solbakken didn't really fit into this system. Never mind. Tammy Abraham there with 33 goals, Belotti got 24, Skamaka 20, and Strand Larsen got 13, so that is decent. Not a lot of assists, weirdly. Zalewski with 12, Tammy Abraham there with 12. Assists are quite more spread out. I think Zalewski's been playing really well. We kind of turned him into our right back. He's done well. We were runner-up in the UEFA Super Cup. We knocked out the Champions League, unfortunately, in the playoff round by Atletico Madrid. Didn't win the Super Cup, Italian Super Cup. But we've won the Cup. We've won the Italian Cup 4-2 against Inter. I think we deserved it. I mean, pretty even on shots, 16 shots, 9 on target, but we had a 2.57 XG. They only had a 1.72, 57% possession. Thought we played really well. and it's another trophy ticked off. So that's our second trophy of Glory Hunter. And then in the league, it went to a playoff. As you can see, we won the playoff. They're 3-2 in the second leg, but 4-2 on aggregate. But what happened is we ended on the same points as Milan. So we had to go in this playoff. And again, I feel like we deserved it. We outplayed them. I know if you haven't seen it in the last episode, we really didn't deserve to beat Liverpool in the Europa League final. But this, I feel like we did. Only 78 points as a low points total. We drew 12 games, only lost 4. They lost 10 games, only drew 3. We beat them twice, which is the reason we won the title there, beating AC Milan twice. As you see, Tammy Abraham with 10 man on matches, got 20 goals as well. Zaluski with good average rating there, 7.46. He did really well in his new right back role. Fantastic season. So that is now, we're only 2 seasons in. This is a great start. I didn't think I'd be able to do it this quickly with Roma. We've won the Europa League, the Italian Cup and the Italian League. So now the question is, where do we go? There's 2 Italian jobs available, Torino and Lazio. There's Sevilla. I'm thinking Sevilla, but the problem there is then it's going to be a bit of a rebuild, isn't it? You know, we're not really going to win the Champions League, probably not the league when you come up against Barcelona and Real Madrid, especially. Like, probably only looking for maybe a good cup run at first. Got a decent team, but there's nothing else available, and I don't really want to waste a season. So, and they're in the Europa League, so I think I'm leaning towards Sevilla. Let me know what you guys would do. Would you go to Sevilla? Would you hold out with somebody else? Would you resign and hope that kind of starts a bit of a loop where somebody takes the job at Roma and that opens up another job? Let me know. There's no one else insecure. I suppose because we had that playoff as well, maybe that took us a bit past when some people had lost their jobs. But yeah, well, thank you for making it all the way at the end of the episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.